happened. Diversity too. This really happened. The perfect match or the perfect customer that I have experienced working for Thumbtack, an online maintenance company, well not just maintenance company, but an online service that you can work for, depending on your skills or talents that you can offer to the public. You make contact, you take care of their problem, you get paid. I did the handyman section. This customer was the perfect match because everything that I needed to get the job done, he had it already on site on both of his properties. I don't remember going out the way to do anything except show up and take care of his issues. Sometimes working for contacting the contacts or the customer, just by talking to them on the phone, you get some clue of what they're going to be like. Sometimes I hit it right on the nose, and other times I miss it. They end up being a disaster. But this customer was a perfect match. Just never know when you show up on their property what's going to happen next. Are they going to be are this going to be a happy person, or someone that's totally serious, or someone that's in between, or someone that's totally has an attitude? You don't know. But this man, we hit it off right away. He had a good sense of humor. We flowed together. Jobs got done quickly. He let me be myself and use all the skills I had to take care of his problems. I only went over there to do one thing. His request was he needed a handyman to replace some rotten wood on his deck. That's what I responded to. But when I got there, I did what he wanted. I replaced the rotten wood. I pulled up the old wood, and he already had the new planks there on property. I just cut them and nailed them in place. When I finished that, he asked me, would you like to stain my deck? So I did. Not only did I stain his deck, from experience with my own home, I knew that if I took a bug sprayer and put this Thompson water seal inside and put pressure on it and sprayed it with my nozzle, the job can be done much faster and you can get a better covering, which I did. He was delighted. This is the outcome. The deck came out wonderful. I did my job. Before I could finish that, to install or remove 3 ceiling fans on my patio and install 3 new ones. Would you like to do that? I said yes. And I did. When I finished with that, I would like to replace 2 of my toilets. Would you like to do that? I said yes, and I did. Now, these toilets were unusual. At least the tank was a different design. So I had to read instructions, but the job got done. That was over with. The next thing he wanted done, he said there was a hole in my other house in the laundry room. We had water damage, and they had to knock the wall out to fix the leak. Could you patch the hole? I went over, looked at it, cut my drywall, installed it, used my drywall mud, took care of that. That was done. Back at the other house, he said, I have a large hole in my driveway. Could you patch it for me? What can you do with that? This man could have hired a professional company to come and do this. He was delighted, impressed with my speed, with my neatness, with my work. Would you like to patch this hole? He stood there and watched me. I looked around his property. I'm just doing this impromptu. He said, patch the hole. I'm going to patch the hole. He said, so what else would you need to patch this hole? I said, from this point, I have rocks. He already had the gravel there. I said, go get me some mortar. He goes to the store. No, I go with him. We ride together. We're friends at this point. We're joking, and he has a good sense of humor. I'm riding with him. We get the mortar and come back in his truck. And I got to know him a little. He was a paramedic. He worked in paramedic field. Retired. We come back. There was a wooded area on his property. I walked through the woods and got some big boulders. There's a wooded area over here where I got my pieces from. I think I just solved the rest of my puzzle. Some more of it. Teach someone how to patch up their hole in the driveway. There you go. Okay, we're going to try to fit the rocks that are already here in there before we save us a time here. I'm going to put together a puzzle. I don't know why Tom tore up the driveway. Seems like a nice guy.
Yeah. That's what my wife used to say.
These out of here. Which I thought were boulders, but these were, this was actually some of the concrete that came out of his driveway. He removed it for some reason and threw it behind some trees. I retrieved them. And I began to put together a puzzle. These rocks came from this hole. I put them back. Not only did I put them back, the bottom of this hole was solid. It was concrete. I put the rocks back. I got the mortar between them. I got the gravel to fill the top of it. Sprayed it off and let it dry. It came out wonderful. Now, if you go to my video on patching or hacking a hole in the driveway, you're going to scroll down and see all of the crazy comments about this job. Some didn't like it, some did like it, some complained, some thought it was awful. But this is the deal. The owner was happy. The owner paid me. The owner did not complain one time. So it doesn't matter about the comments, the negative comments. It doesn't matter. Was the customer happy? Yes. Case closed. Diversity tool. The perfect match. This really happened. The owner was happy. I was happy. And it's over. The perfect match. Diversity tool. This really happened.